What's good with everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you that raw content that you deservedly need. Let's talk about the beef between Kentucky, Big Blue Nation versus Lonzo. Now, this is almost like pretty close to the beef between Lonzo and the Warriors. You see how the Golden State Warriors, whenever Lonzo played for the Lakers or the Pelicans, whenever he plays against the Warriors, their commentary was very vile, vicious, ignorant, subtle jabs, and we all know it's wrong because let's be honest, Lonzo Ball is one of the most humble, he's probably the most humble player, along with B.I. in the NBA. It's not even close. And for people to talk mess about Lonzo without even meeting the kid sometimes, or even judging his character on him solely, is disappointing. When Kentucky played UCLA the first time, I was surprised that UCLA even won it. Let's be honest, Kentucky had a better roster. They had De'Aaron Fox with Bam Adebayo. You know, Bam was an all-star this past year. Malik Monk, a bunch of depth with Isaiah Briscoe and many others that plays overseas, Derek Willis, you name it. Kentucky had all that depth. But I also see why Kentucky lost the first meeting. And it's really the history of Kentucky. John Calipari is a great recruiter. But for him to only win one championship is pretty disappointing. Now, if I was a young athlete and if I was a five-star, I probably would have been swooned in to play for John Calipari. Let's be honest. Coach Calipari seems like a cool dude. Just hearing his interviews and the way he sees life, just keeps it real, keeps it about business. And I respect that. One thing I don't respect is their fans, the Big Blue Nation. The second time UCLA and Kentucky met in the Sweet 16, Lonzo had a family emergency. His mother had a stroke. If it were me in his shoes, I wouldn't have played that Sweet 16 game. But the Ball brothers, they believe that they should play any game no matter what. I knew then that UCLA is not going to win it. I knew it. Your mother having a stroke and she almost died. I'm surprised that Lonzo even went out to court that night. Sometimes people forget that life's bigger than basketball. Sports in general is not the whole world. But we lose sight of that due to our addiction with sports. And I love sports, but it's not everything. But it was unfair treatment. The Kentucky fans telling Lonzo cry to his parents. If you're not ready to play, then you're a chicken, you chickened out. You didn't show up in the big moment. They were saying a lot of vile things about Lonzo Ball. But I'm not surprised. This is a team that has a long history of quote-unquote bigotry and tone deafness. I'm not surprised by the actions of Kentucky. Look at their own history. Look who they worship. They worship a man named Adolph Rupp, who didn't recruit black players and always thought his teams were always elite due to the fact that he only had pure white players, quote unquote. This is a man they look up to. I would never have respect for Kentucky and their fan base. They were always ignorant, especially on social media. Every time you bring up Lonzo Ball and his family's name, they talk a bunch of junk, but they go above it. They always say that Lonzo will never be great, but he's proven right now that he's ascending. Now, I'm a big fan of De'Aaron Fox. I'm from Houston. He's from Houston. And I root for all H-Town athletes to do well. But what I'm not going to do is say that Lonzo Ball is not going to be a good player as well. The stats and the analytics show that when Lonzo has a higher usage rate, as well as proper coaches like shooting coaches, and pretty much a belief, he's bound to have great seasons. He may make an all-star one day. You never know. But I was honest with Lonzo from the very beginning. I said from the jump, I would not judge his career unless he has a full off season, and pretty much their coach has to believe in him. When your coach doesn't believe in you, that spells trouble. That spells damnation. He finally has a coach in Alvin Gentry who loves his game and believes he can take the Pelicans very far. That's a lot different than some scrub named Luke Walton, who was given a job because his father's name is Bill Walton. So look at this shine, aka not Jerry Tipton. This person is an epitome of Big Blue Nation, fellow Kentucky fans, saying it's not often that you get to witness a video of a man becoming a father. But here's De'Aaron Fox as he becomes the proud papa of bouncing baby Lonzo Ball. Funny, right? Especially that Sweet 16 that his mother had a stroke and almost lost her life. But you idiots want to go online and make fun of a player grieving. He didn't care about basketball that night. He just wanted his mother to live. That's all he wanted. And I don't care what year this is or the years that go by, I will still say that Lonzo should never have played that game. Ever. You fools just don't get it. This is bigger than basketball. F a rivalry. That's all I'm going to say. You all have a good night, good day. Whatever coast you're in, listening to the show, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for supporting me. Peace and blessings.